fucking it up today. We're gonna fuck it up today. We're gonna fuck it up today. Club Zanzibar, what y'all know about that? What y'all know about that house? The tech. Woo! We're gonna fuck it up today. I haven't even had my tea. I haven't eaten nothing. Well, I'm not gonna eat till about 2 o'clock. But I'm gonna have my coffee. I got my it's called Mountain Harvest. I'm gonna show you what it look like. Cause I actually put it. See that little Ziploc bag? Those are organic lemon and lime seeds. Well, there's a few of them. I put them in the sun between the glass where I have a solar thing, so that way they stay. They won't dry out too much. This is called it's called, I'm gonna show you what it looks like. It's a snuff, right? But this is the one that I'm using. Y'all seen it before? But I'm gonna show you mine. This is what I'm doing right now. This is the Smoky Mountain Tobacco-Free Pouches Wintergreen. All right, and mine's is wet. It's not tobacco, no nicotine, nothing like that. And so I put them in I had this little, I guess you could look like a drug addict Ziploc bag. But I put them in there and keep them in the freezer, so they last. And every once in a while I don't want one, but when my throat's a little sore. Oh, it's right here. Because you know I got over the cold and everything. I went running. I'm going to go running today. That's why I came all early. I'm going to turn it down because I'm going to let it play longer. This is ginger, lemon, and lime. And distilled water with mineral. You got to be careful. It's a mineral drop in there. Now, it should be a little more water, but I want the strength. I want the astringent for to cleanse my silica. You know, I do my glands. I take care of my glands, you know, get all as much toxins out as possible. But this right here, after I'm done with this, because this right here is it's like a neurotoxin. It numbs it. But I'm going to have my dandelion tea before we get to really getting into what needs to be gotten into and talked about and discussing. You see what it's all about. We're going to shake the foundation of bullshittery and tomfoolery and fuckery this morning. I want to go back home. Well, I am home. But where I was growing up to be with my brother Daniel. Excellent DJ. Me and him, he got them steps. He was a B-boy back in the day in the 80s when we was growing up. You know, we was coming up. A straight up street fighter. I'm talking about him, Chief, and all of them. Resting. See you on the other side, Chief. But you see what I'm saying? Love him. It's my brother like no other mother. My boy, TJ, Chicken Wing. Pal, rest in heaven. I want to visit Ali Green's grave. Gaskin. A lot of people's graves I want to visit who I grew up with. A lot. I have to do something. They don't know what to do, so I have to do it. So that's to let you know what I'm chewing on. I know people are like, well, I used to always do Copenhagen. That was my thing. And one day after 30-something years, I was like, I am done with Copenhagen. I just couldn't, because it's too much man-made garbage. And, you know, I think about when I was down south and all the old ladies back then, who were still snuffing in Louisiana and all my relatives, and they poisoned our ways. But what I'm going to talk about is us, because instead of worrying about them, I'm more worried about us, our people, and the stuff they continue to do, and how flamboyant they are. And when I say flamboyant, I'm going to push out the feminine traits of certain men. I'm going to name some names here. I'm going to put out those women who are grotesque in their whole ideology. And I hope I trigger them, because when you trigger them is when you bring the real factoids to the surface. And I'm going to talk about a couple of arguments I had with individuals that was based on not marginal line, but on the subjugation of moral standards and correctness. And then reason why I'm doing this, because I took my time to research and had some help, people's backgrounds and who they are and what they've been doing for a long time, and why I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay? So if you know them, I'm not here to make you have any disrespect for them, to pull you away or anything. I'm here to stop the tomfoolery, the buckfuckery, the whole bullshit. Doesn't mean that I'm gonna stop it, but it's gonna stop when it comes to me. As far as what I see and what I've learned. We're gonna stop this shit. Ain't that right, Al? He's laying by my Timberlands like, yeah, all right, whatever, man. I'm with you all the time, I know. Lay back and enjoy a little bit of music right quick. This is royalty-free music. No copyright. Woo! I gotta keep these little sore legs in mind for this little walk and run I gotta do, y'all. This is Lost Ashes, Scattered. No copyright, royalty-free music. Come here, fatty. Come here, Bubba. Come here. Come on. That's my brother there. Yeah, Poppy. Yes. Hi. Was that one up? Yeah, that. Yeah, that's my boy. Yes. Yes. He's like, no, I know what you want to do. Yeah. No, you're not getting that. No, you know what? Because you'll see it and then you'll go running up. No, not for it. You're not gonna. You get some of them when I eat. I'm gonna give you too much. Before you know, you're gonna be rolling around here looking like that cat in the damn meme with Tony Baker. No, I'm not having that. Wanna go outside? Yeah. Oh, that's my little rubber. Why you yawning so much? That stuff is contagious. It works every way. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it does. Okay, let me go ahead and get into it, man. That's the bird outside. Want me to bring some food out there. I didn't put the thing in the bird feeder yesterday. Why are you gonna stand up on me, huh? What is it, Papa? You just stand on my shoulders. Standing on the shoulder of giants, huh? Side. Anyway. You get some later, all right? Okay? Yeah. Okay, get some later. Okay. Some of you know that Psalms 119:36. Psalms 119:36. How many of y'all know what that is? You know now, don't get it twisted. I ain't no Christian, I ain't no religious motherfucker. But I deal with time paradigm. That means there are many people who are pushing religion in our community, if you want to call it that. I don't like the word community. That's like Auschwitz, you know, alphabetized, enumerated, part of. Why would I need to be part of anything when situated in order I exist as I should? And right now, none of us exist as we should. What says, incline my heart into thy testimonies and not to covetousness. Incline my heart to your testimonies and not to selfish gain. Well, if you look at greed, right? Greed in Latin, avartarius, right? Avartaria. Avaritia, excuse me. Also known as avarice, is cupidity for those who believe in cupids and shit. But cupidity or covetousness. So a cupid is covetousness. All right, just letting you know. And we know that the demographic of those individuals that have you believe in some little cupids and shit like that, well, those are all perverts. You know, you're seeing with the little clothing line, and I mean the cannibal human and disemboweled bodies and paintings with these individuals is a sin of desire, lust, and gluttony. However, greed, as seen by the church, is applied to an artificial, rapacious desire as well as the pursuit of material possessions. Why do I say this? Well, lately I've been noticing individuals who I've argued with, whether it being King Factoid. It's not hate here, all right? Now listen. Aboriginal movement and all these different little things, they always put their names and little pictures all over everything as if some ownership. Now that's feminine. Why would anybody do that? You know, and that's a broken feminine, because women want to believe they possess and own a man, which they never do. It's never that way. Like a man wants to believe that, and this is an overbearing man who has a feminist character, believe that they own or have control over a woman. And desires, they're misplaced. So all this is based on desires and a bag, and to be in the front, like as the front runner. That is not based on equilibrium. That is not balance. That is not just. And it's sick. You have, now here I sat with a 78-year-old Hopi woman, you know, around 7 years ago, and we would talk every weekend. I get the chance to get away from the idiot. And she had a little curly fro, and I had a friend of mine. All right, he retired in 1988, 89. I was in the Navy. He was an Army Vietnam veteran who crossed over. He was out for like 5 or 6 years, just like my father-in-law. And he was Hopi. And he came into the Navy to finish the rest of his years to retire. So he got out in 1970. He was out for about 5 or 6 years, and he had been in for a while, y'all, since the Korean War. And he retired, like I said, 1986, no, 88. And from the Navy. And me and him used to sit and talk at the chow hall and over at the golf course. Now, this Hopi man looked nothing like the Hopis here, except for that 78-year-old woman who was darker, like 20 shades darker than me, with a little curly fro, kind of like an Italian curly fro. And she was really upset with her children and the whole Hopi nation. And she would always look at the Navajo with disgust. And I remember one time a woman, it was a Sunday, they had came from church, these Hopis. I mean, these Navajo. And this is not to speak bad, but this is to speak truth into light. And she marked and she said a word in Hopi. And she told them, "You're not of this land." She was angered. Her time was short. She knew it. And they didn't say nothing to her. Well, she had been married to a Navajo, married to a pale skin. The run in the mill was low because so many Hopi were drunk. There were those who were still making their blue corn paste and, like crepes and stuff like that. But I always would get tons of it and eat, and blue porridge. And just like the Hopi man who I knew in the Navy, who stayed on the East Coast, he's married to a sister. You would think that he was a brother when you saw him. And you always hear these natives, these half-breeds, these halflings, always talking about Africa, don't even know the real history. And if you ask them to go back to their great, I ain't talking about this generation now, I'm talking about from ours, if you ask them to go back to their great-grandparents, they can't go no further than that. They have some made-up history, like everybody does. Made by who? Well, Yee and Irvin talked about them. I'm not here to put them on the pedestal either. They made their bed. They've got it. I'm not here to shoot the messenger. They've got to mitigate and then seek the proper response to stay the same in the circles where they are. Because, one's pushing African American and one he's pushing Christianity, and the other one, he's still learning. They're young. What? Kanye's 40-something, 40, 41, 42. Irvin's what, 30, 20-something, 28, 30. I mean, they're young. And they have controllers, handlers. Well, they had. It bothers me to see all these people doing this. Phoenix with her bullshit, always arguing. In our community, we shouldn't be arguing with one another. And for those people pushing black, and the Wabo and all the other goofy stuff. Those are racist ideologies that have nothing to do with anything but other than defamation of not just character, but the defiance and defamation of the truth, because they are stuck in the lie. You dig what I'm saying? See, we were never ones that brought hate to the table. It was the idiots in their ideology in such small numbers that brought race, false history, subjugated by those, a status, a class. You have niggas, and I'm going to say this, in this position right here, they think they're in a high position. You will never identify as black. Now, in front of you, they'll push that shit, but on their table, they don't discuss that shit. They see themselves above you and beneath that shit, and you beneath that. So you will always be black for you idiots. Black conservative, calling the war he believes the African American in Texas. I love what he's doing to work. Yeah, he don't know real history. See, we allow ourselves to be subjugated to these things. Willie D with his foolishness, ghetto boys. Nobody gives a fuck about that no more. I was part of hip hop long before I didn't even know what hip hop was in its beginning and creation. And he talks about some wonderful things, but he sounds more like a damn reporter based on status of class. And we allow these people to be what they've been made out to be, as if there's something better, or they're the spokespersons. While those of us on the lower echelon, I ain't on nobody's lower echelon or totem pole. And some of y'all would say, "Oh, well, look at your family. Bunch of idiots there too. Bunch of idiots in my family. So don't get it twisted. And I'm not using these words for discouragement to push away. They push themselves away because they want to hold on to the lie. Do you know what the lie does? Based on gluttony and greed, based on a bag, based on falsitudes, a history, and everything else. They hold themselves to a level that has nothing to do, and a table that has nothing to do with feeding one's soul a light, but holds them on to a table that's full of darkness. And they can't see through the darkness. They can't see the light because they can't perceive the light in themselves. So here we are, we're dealing with these idiots who've got to put their names and this logo on everything as if they have ownership on information that is a quarter right. They don't even know the truth, their damn selves. And though they're getting close, they continue to feed this, look at me, I'm. When are motherfuckers gonna move beyond I'm and leave the motherfuckers who are stuck and they don't know, who are still perpetrating a fraud because of a caste system, and separate themselves from that caste system to be in the light, to take persecution in the reality as how it should be taken, instead of a lame fucking duck or a lame dog or horse ready to be put to the slaughter, instead of walking upright with the 10 toes down and being in fear. Always talking revolution, and they don't even know what they're talking revolution or giving it to. I'm tired of the division and separation of man. I don't give a fuck about your crayon color, but if you want to know the truth, you need to get with the fucking truth. And the truth is within you. If you can get past all your ignorance, all your foolishness, all your fuckery, all your fake little skin tones and your hair grades and all the other dumb shit. Because see, right now, I can put thousands of pictures and posts every day up of melanated people as dark as my fucking stand, with blonde hair, blue, gray, green eyes. The original Europeans, if you want to call that. I've got pictures and drawings of the original queen that Europe is named after. So all you motherfuckers running around wanting to be something that you at, because you're messed up with your pronouns, you don't know who you are, you're part of the chemical diaspora of destruction, you're part of the experiment. I am nobody's fucking experiment. When you separate and step away from that bullshit, then you're inclined to start walking in the truth of fucking light. Other than that, the majority of the time you're going to keep walking in this perpetuous system of fucking degrading darkness. Here in about 4 or 5 years, we won't have no army, because they were subjugated. They're going to be fucking gone. This ain't got nothing to do with medical misinformation, but medical information that is coming out by the fucking droves. CIA whistleblowers, medical whistleblowers, even a motherfucker that worked with the motherfuckers. And they probably, I hope the motherfucker's still alive. The WHO. I don't give a fuck about none of that. It's cause and effect. If you think they ain't trying to exterminate and silence everybody while they control all the things that are being controlled, look at me. I wasn't supposed to have, my restrictions supposed to be removed, but these imbeciles who don't get it, that they're not going to live to be 300 years old and 400. It's all going to come crumbling down, and I mean in a very violent, bad way. There are things waiting to be unleashed and to subjugate. And here y'all motherfuckers is running around like you own something, for something you'll never know how to utilize in an appropriate way, creating further division and subjugation to those divisions with divisive tactics that have nothing to do with reality or order, displacement, discouragement, and destruction. But you motherfuckers will hold on to it as if you got a death grip on it or something. Well, if that's where you're at, you need to stay there. I know, is this the guy that reads, you don't know nothing about me. These motherfuckers tried to take me out real quickly with a piece of shit woman supposed to be on my right side and me on the curb protecting her. She comes over and watches with her little malnutrition, monumentally defiant leprosy ass brain. If I knew then what I know now, I would have never been with that individual. Even though the division and separation was there, something pulled me away. I was being arrogant and ignorant and attempting to hold on to something as if I can better a situation with somebody who was void of light. And a lot of y'all are doing that now. You're holding on to shit as if you can make it right and you can fix it. You're arguing, you're complicit in your own denial and your own destruction. You deviate from the line of truth and facts. And you never get there, because what holds you to the other side is the fact that you want to remain complicit, even in ignorance, even though you know you need to separate from it. Do you see how strong the hold is, the grasp? Do you see how powerful it is? Well, you need to start looking at how weak it is and start letting go and start moving away from it. Because right now you're at a perplexing time. You're at a very late time. You want to hold on to these motherfuckers that keep pushing the same bullshit out there, the same devices. I don't even give a fuck about $5 Indians no more. Fuck them. We know it's a fact. It's literate. It's literacy. It's written down. It's in documents. It's in newspapers. And you motherfuckers running around, you Irish who were slaves all over the fucking place. You're on our reservations and acting like you're us, and you forgot what we did for you, you fuckers. And some of you Sicilians too, who have now all of a sudden become Italian, and he went and married some old fucking fake ass Swedish motherfucker, whatever, or German or Dutch, who are frauds themselves in history. Not all, but quite a few. To be accepted, you have stepped out of order to seek a perverse order. So I guess the whole diaspora of a new world order is not just fictional, it's a fact. And then y'all push shit up, and I had the most pathetic excuses. And I don't have it public because the people come arguing, and then are you that fucking weak and that lame? Are you that fearful that somebody's gonna come over there and call you a wabble and all this other goofy shit? Motherfuckers who don't know the truth of anything are gonna come talking with you and talking to you and down to you with displacements of ideologies and narratives that have nothing to do with truth, fake medicine and fake science based on fake doctors and fake scientists. If that's who you are, know this: you're nothing but a fucking moment in time and a number. I looked at all these individuals' history, and it took a while researching this shit, paying a few dollars here and there, pulling up old shit, MySpace accounts. This shit is crazy. You can pull all my shit up. And all of a sudden, after coming out of Morse, this, that, and others, which is not, it's fine. You get over here to this side, where you want to profess and proclaim light, information that you're a scholar or a teacher, not to shoot the messenger. Everybody's putting out some good information, but when do you move beyond that and staying stuck there, attempting to still prove? Who are you trying to prove something to? Yourself? I see that nonstop. I have not seen the elevation. I only see the elevation with a certain handful of individuals. Then I hear my brother that wrote this fine piece of work right here. He ain't trying to prove shit to none of y'all. His whole 38 years in the military was knowing he was an Indian. Jamil Samshi, that's right. You could order this motherfucker if you weren't so lazy and read it. TRU HERU was a young brother. Jah Brickz, a young brother out of Newark, New Jersey. All right, my own stopping grounds, Dukas AC, where I learned how to get with the grip. Pennsylvania, a couple of homies out of there. They're showing you the truth of knowledge. Jah Brickz, when he broke it down, the first one to do it, and I remember saying this to people, the Morris movement is a 5031c, it's a religious doctrine, has nothing to do with who we are. Now, we're not saying no wars are here because that would be a lie. But the dichotomy of the ideology, what was it really based upon? They were great seafarers, some of our greatest. Moors only came later, and it had nothing to do with no fake-ass Islamic shit. It was a Muhammadan movement which they assisted. But those over there who were part of that doctrine had lost their way. Do you get it? Our youngest brother, that's right, Ham, real deal, was a perversion and was cut away, angered. He saw two older brothers fighting, and you saw one betray the other. And you see them right now. They run around. They got everything they want based on our dichotomy of truth and history. And they're the ones that split all that information up. Who the fuck are they working with? The enemy. They're that egregious and that hateful. And you see everybody running around playing their fucking part like little monkeys and mice in a maze with trees with no limbs to swing from. Got me fucked up. It's cool now. It ain't as hot as it should be. It's still good dandelion tea. I'm amazed at something so unamazing that is still rooted and people are still running with it. I'm amazed at the Australians being so fucking contempt and they're lost. The Maori, those of Hawaii, Canary Islands, of Haiti and Jamaica, Cuba. I am surprised at the fluctuation of fucking stupidity. And then all these Palestinians that only know how they are and why they're the way they are. Just accept the narrative if it's something good. No, it is actually not all that good. There's nothing wrong. But the way it's been played out by the same motherfuckers who have created division across the board, institutionalized everybody with a bunch of bullshit, and these little fucking goofy ass societies, they don't even know what awaits them. That's how stupid they're stuck. They believe in their shit. When you do something all the time and you're nurtured in it, not raised, nurtured in it. What is so hard from walking away from the lie to pick up in the truth and to better the situation for all? I guess we gotta wait until the numbers are small enough for shit to kick off, and then for those to be triggered on. And I guess a lot of you just won't be here. So look on in your fucking little amazement. How dare he? Holy shit. Take your fucking Christianity, shove it up your ass, not knowing its origin, displaced by a bunch of perverts, created by a bunch of liars, and history will know and tell. In the final, you reap exactly what the fuck you sow. How is it that people can wake the fuck up from nothing with everything and nobody see it? And then why are those institutionalized dumb fucks running around perpetuating the fraud 24/7 within our groups? As if the attire is supposed to fit. The tie will never fit when you're moving like scurvy. You know what scurvy is? It's a term we use in the Navy. Some will say, well, damn, if you bring us together, why are you hitting us upside the head? Well, every once in a while, a big brother's supposed to smack you upside your head when you're going down the wrong motherfucking turn. When you're making the wrong turn and you're going down the wrong fucking street, excuse me. When you're jumping in the deep end and you don't have no life preserver on and you don't know how to fucking swim. Well, I'm supposed to pull you back from the ledge, you fucking idiots. And that's what the fuck I'm doing. Stop supporting the same bullshit that keeps you perpetuating the same bullshit that's got you stuck in the same bullshit. Therefore, all you know is the same bullshit. Some motherfuckers didn't like what I was saying, huh? You like and then you dislike? You think I give a flying fuck? It's not gonna have no effect on me, it's only gonna have effect on your dumb ass. Take your monkey ass on elsewhere. Take your monkey ass on elsewhere. I'm not here for the majority, I'm here for the few. Now everybody's starting to utilize that, but you will not coin my motherfucking term based on the reality of the situation and think that I won't call you out when you utilize it, but you're still perpetuating the same fraudulent bullshit based upon greed, egotistical bullshit, an agenda that is so sinful and so gênant that you can't even see it for yourself because you won't displace yourself from the bullshit. Looking like so stuck. They say, when will you make America native again? Well, it's got a bunch of natives in it. Motherfuckers born on the soil. But why don't you say, when will you allow the original people to stand the fuck up in your life and allow them to be what they were meant to be? The burden carriers. The burden carriers. So they can illuminate themselves and not walk in the shame of a discourse of discouragement and prolific ideations of narratives that were false and perpetuated by the same fucktards who are laughing, smoking their big fucking Cuban cigars, sipping on their very expensive yak or dark liquor, betting a penny every time one of us is going to fight amongst ourselves, and laughing. But you act like you think you know it all. You don't know shit. How many more days am I going to have to say this? You don't know shit. I can't teach you everything, goddammit. There's still a lot of things I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work out, even though I know the end story. You have a choice, and you're not even making the proper motherfucking decision with the choices you have. So when will the natives wake the fuck up, be wild and free? When will you be wild and free? Are you going to wait until there's too many people dead before you decide to fight back? Or today got so many operations going on with lying-ass media that perpetuate certain things. And I'm not advocating for violence. There's a way to make this work without all that. But in the end, it's going to end up being all about violence because a lot of you don't know how to make intelligent decisions, to be wiser than the wisest of the liars. See, let me tell you something. The liars are wise in what they're doing. It doesn't mean that they're wise and their wisdom is in the right thing. It means they're wise in the shit they're doing because that's who they are and what they do. Balenciaga. How the fuck is this motherfucker not locked up? None of them. Those who participated in those things, those parties with the human cakes and shit. How about that roasted human? Come to find out, somebody actually was at that and said, oh, that was a real body? I thought it was a fucking roasted, made up, skin stretched membrane, you know. Come to find out, that picture with the motherfucker who looked like a turkey was a real fucking human body. What is going on? You're losing it. You're getting too fat. When will we get it together? See, right now we probably got a couple of natives in looking and they just don't know what to do, what to make of it. Oh, why? I made you comfortable because I said I got some Chinese relatives and some Dutch and Spanish in my bloodline somewhere in there. No, that don't mean shit. The origin of all them people were melanated, so what the fuck are you expressing? See, regardless of the leprosy and the fact that they attempted to poison out, murder out, and kill 27 fucking cities. Half of them flooded underwater after they killed them. People getting off the boat in their sleep at night, blew shit up. They didn't have a fighting chance. If they had a fighting chance, they wouldn't be under fucking water with man-made dams and bridges eradicated from history, but still known to exist. Because the old timers that survived and spoke of these things. And you think we're supposed to be nice to you, motherfuckers? Continental perversions of existence? You think we're supposed to be nice to you? Because you don't fucking know? What would be the next step up? Oh, well, we didn't do it. We didn't know. Is that going to be your fucking broken ass excuse? Do you think the sins of the father are supposed to fall away? It's not going to happen. You see the post I put up by Elon Musk? You see that little device laying there on the table? Everybody's talking about the gun. Fuck the liberal mind. I'm gonna show this shit. I thought y'all was smarter than that. Hold on. Seeing how you didn't look at it. You didn't look at it. Because of the ignorance. It was some ego thing. I'm not here to motherfucking look all great and shit. I'm here to show you some shit because I think you need to know some shit. It amazes me that you motherfuckers saw the gun and you liberal dumb fucks didn't notice this right the fuck here. Well, we know you're gonna look at that and we know you're gonna look at that. But you're not gonna look at that. Why? Because if you saw the Vezra for what it was, you'd have a little more inclination to understand why I'm teaching about Tartaria and everything else. Do you have a fucking clue as the people are playing a game around you? How about this? How about this motherfucker right here? I just love how y'all just so. I guess this will work for you. I mean, most of y'all don't care, and then when you see stuff, you don't even get what you're seeing. You just look at it like, oh, you know, it's another, you know. But we're gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something because you need to fucking see it. And then I want you to go and research the characters, the individuals. Which I know you won't. Why won't you? What does it mean to research something that don't mean shit to you when you don't get it? It should mean everything to you. Let's go down a little bit. Here we go. Here's this motherfucker right here. Okay. Do you even get the game they're playing with you? Why y'all want to be fighting and you want to have egos and you think you know what the red shoelaces actually mean without wearing the red shoes? Do you have a fucking clue as to any of it? Do you? Oh, black conservative and all these other motherfuckers in the 2A community. They might be playing a game knowing the guns are going to be taken. So that way you subjugate yourself to all these foreign troops on the land that you don't know nothing about because you don't want to listen to when somebody's telling you something. But you want to run around, listen to everybody talking about we're Indians. Look what it says in the Gazette. Look at what it says over here. Look at this article I found. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Like you can't fucking find that shit for yourself. Well, you still don't believe that you're indigenous to this land? Or maybe you're not. Well, we know that the Grand Mountain that no one can get to, it's untouchable. Why would that stop an enemy? You can't get to it either. 4 points. They made you believe it means red, black, and yellow, and white people. There's no such thing. And you learned this and know this, but you still, and the medicine world has nothing to do with anything but the reestablishment of order. The 4 points. That a circle has 4 points. The circumference. It's not a sphere like a basketball. it meets in the center. We're not even meeting in the center. Why? Because you're off, scurried off somewhere, following doctrine that has nothing to do with civility and truth. No, you know it all, right? You're gonna keep following bullshit. I know y'all gonna be looking at your booty shakers and all them old dumb motherfuckers, pushing lingerie and all this other foolishness, as if it's gonna make things right. You're gonna still hold on to the identity you can't let go of because you lived it. Nobody's telling you not to let go. Nobody's telling you not to embrace what the fuck you've lived. But stop disassociating yourself from the truth because it's uncomfortable. Because you didn't learn about it. Well, you're learning right the fuck now who we are. And it doesn't have to be this I'm Indian shit. We're the original of the fucking land. That's what you need to know. There's a difference between original and if you want to start calling yourself indigenous and this, that, and other, to which you never was, not even documentation. God damn it. That's just a clapback, and it's a weak one. Because y'all don't have no references or resources. Even that, majority of that's painted, repainted, made up, fiction. Not factual. Some of y'all feel comfortable because I say, oh yeah, well we had pale skins. What we did? They made up a whole dichotomy all over Earth. But not the lepers. Not the empty ones. Who took a bunch of missing children, orphans after the mudslide. And dispersed them with new ideology to make new people. To pervert more minds and souls with a whole bunch of lies. Why do you think I'm reading this motherfucker? Huh? Are you actually paying attention? Are you really listening? Are you just content with being fucking stupid? Are you content with being the everlasting and immortal stupid? Of course they can kill the body. It's the other thing they can't control. So their fear is to continue to kill the fucking body. Everybody. What is it you're not getting? Well, let's allege that that's what's happening. But then you tell me why all the food distribution centers and slaughterhouses and everything else are being destroyed and animals killed and farmlands burnt and millions paid out. And why is this fucktard who was part of father was over Margaret Singer buying up land, farmland? The ties they have when he's always going to China. What is it so hard to fucking see? And yes, some of you little dumb ass Peckerwoods coming over and watching, you dumb motherfuckers with your little fake race identity, you goofy gooftards running around with our fucking flag of battle as if it's yours. And you motherfuckers got here in the 1920s and 40s, orphans your goddamn selves. Oh, whatever your ancestors did might have been great. Or you might have been locked away, who knows? But you're living a lie now. Y'all want history and I give history. I tell you there's an enemy bigger than what you could think of. You can't even defend yourself against right now. You don't have it in you. They don't weaken you down. They don't fluoridate it. You can't even raise your awareness of your light. And you don't get it. But you're going to sit there looking. As if I won't know when I see it where you got the information from. No, not to big me up, but the fact that you're sitting here, you're not going to give a thumbs up. You're not going to. So this can get out to everybody. You're not going to help to beat the algorithm. All you got to do is, if you subscribe, hit the thumbs up and help me beat the algorithm so I can get this out to more people. Because only 10% of you motherfuckers are even going to be worth the fucking time. Only 10% of you are going to be worth the fucking time. Scary asses. I bet some of you, I know where he's at. I wish you would, motherfucker. I'll tell you where I'm at. I never hid. Never had no secrets. Phone numbers on Facebook. Instagram's got, I'm not hiding. What the fuck am I hiding for? I'm on Earth. On our Earth. My ancestral earth. See, it's the cowards, the fake little goofy gang members, and the little dumbasses, the little broken motherfuckers, the little fake identity crisis actors, and everybody else, and the little alphabet goofies, and the little stupid secret. I don't even want to say secret society no more, because that's not what you are. You're not a secret, and you're not a society. You're a bunch of fucking retards. You're emotionally unstable. You're broken. The secret is the light that you are, and what you're capable of, and who you are, and that's all walks. The fact is, if you can't tap into it and you think that you need to belong to something when you're supposed to belong to order itself, you're outside of it. See, it's always you scary motherfuckers. You fearful motherfuckers. You're the ones that walk on your tippy toes, and you move because you've been allowed to move in a very perverse, disgusting fucking way, which is coming to a fucking quick end. You think they need you? Or you just like what you do? I've been watching this video on these goofy niggas in New York and Georgia and Louisiana with the guns. You know, fucking, I'm blessed with, man. I'm blessed. Oh, probably half of them dead anyway. I'm blessed with. Looking like fucking goofies. That ain't tough. That ain't bad. That ain't shit. And then the rest of you with your little fake identity crisis, your crayon colors. Some of you still talking about when you talk as if you need to put it out there. Yeah, well, black people, yeah, shut the fuck up. Ain't no such thing as a fucking black people. Keep listening to these lame ducks who ain't nobody. They took the bottom and made them first when they never were meant to be. So, you know what the saying is, the last should be first. Well, that applies to now because the first happened to actually be the last. They're the ones who shouldn't be even where they're at. Why? Because they bring discourse, discouragement, destruction, self-hate, they're unreliable, they persecute. You get it? They don't partake in nothing you partake in, but you want to sit at the lowest part of the totem pole as if it's all right. As if you're better. You want to put your names all over shit as if you have ownership or something. See, those of us in the know that we don't own shit. Everything belongs to everybody. Everything belongs to every fucking body. The earth is not what it's been made out to be. It's been lied on and about. Do you think Mama Earth likes being lied about? To her children? Son of Man likes being in the position he's in? You think that's gonna last? You think it's everything, the way everything was laid out is gonna happen? There's no way around it. It's gonna change. All right, hold on to that. That's what you believe. You hold on to that. Why you even here if that's what you believe? Why are you here if you can't give a thumbs up? Why are you wasting your time? Oh, you think you got plans, huh? You ever heard of the saying, deal breaker? All bets are off. Well, see, let me tell you something. When them motherfuckers get a taste of what's coming for them, they're going to try and do this and run. Nah, they're going to get, Mortal Kombat. Come here. Nah, ain't no running. So if you're there and that's what you ready to make that deal, you ready for that call? Stay right where you at. You know what's even worse? The people who are listening and thinking they're getting key things and they don't hear nothing. This is what they hear. That's how you metastasize it. Like a growth, like a tumor. You don't hear nothing. You think you hear. You're listening. Remember, this language is a spell. You don't hear shit. Trust me. I'm making sure you don't hear shit. I'm making sure you hear the surface things. The allegories. things that keep you stuck where you at. I need you to be stuck where you. I need you to follow through. I need you to carry on so you can get exactly your just fucking deserves. That is important. So like I said, I'm not here to change you. I'm here for those who are walking on a tightrope, who feel like they're walking on an edge and it's cutting into their feet, and they believe they can run fast enough until they realize when I'm my assistance that they can get the fuck off that. They don't have to be on that edge, that tightrope. They don't have to be walking in a space like this, that there's enough room for everybody on a narrow bridge. That space they're entitled to, without having to say, look, I want to be a kitty cat. I'm a he, shimmy, hers, and hits things, and all that bullshit. I watched this little young pale-skinned dude becoming a girl, right? You know what I'm saying. Listen to somebody ask some questions, talking about, so where you come from? And the motherfucker said, a baby. Well, what this idiot who's been fucked up in the head, morbidity, doesn't understand or understand is that there's steps to life. If you think changing yours to acclimate to something you feel dismisses a baby to adulthood, for the language, we're going to use this so we have some quasi-agreement. To adulthood, as if you're supposed to remain a baby, you're supposed to keep a childlike heart. That means being free and abundant, to live and be gratuitous and happy and excited. Well, they made a world that's pain and suffrage and turmoil and undecided motherfuckers. So if it could have been me talking to that motherfucker, I'd have been like, so you're not a baby. You was born a girl, you knew that, so you cut off your femmy to become a woman, which you can never be biologically because you're still gonna be a fucking man. So I guess you want to put a little thing in your brain, then you're gonna download that and put it in a robot. If that ain't a ball of fucking confusion, how can you acquire and acclimate and become something when you can't even be with that which you was meant to be? When you can't even accept who the fuck you really was because of all the confusion and the chemical dilations put around you, you can't even accept who the fuck you was. Well, if you want to run around with your butthole that big, if that's your business. If you were that attracted to men and you can't accept what the brother said in 1980, what was it, 87 or 88, whatever the fuck, about the test with frogs and a certain chemical. And now we know there's a whole lot more of those chemicals that maybe persuaded you or got you believing in something other than, look, just because you're out of order don't mean that you got to go and attack everybody that seeks order. Be out of order if that's your choice. Stay in your lane. You don't see me, I was protecting homosexuals. I would protect another one. If somebody was trying to hurt the motherfucker, I'd be like, oh, that's still a life. But see, the perversion is to believe that everybody's supposed to accept the bullshit. I don't accept it. Never will. Never gonna. Not on my ancestral land to pervert my soil. My people have been fighting and dying to hold on, regardless of the grand numbers of stupid motherfuckers fighting and dying for nothing. They say if you're gonna live for something. If you're gonna die for something. Well, if you think dying for some fucked up shit is dying, then you never lived. This stuff is very, very strong. Woo! Let's open it to hit my nose. Perfect. I gotta drink this before I get my little jog and my run on. I can't drink it right yet. I had the dandelion tea. There's cause and effects when you mix anything. So it's gonna be about an hour before I drink this shit. I gotta let the rest of this shit settle in my stomach. Or I'll be bent over hurting. There's a balance to everything. I know some of you probably saying, how can you protect the gay people, lesbians, whatever the fuck, what's all this gay mean? Well, because they're living people. What I don't like is the agenda. It's funny how they're giving them all kind of rights, no matter the crayon color, but as far as the melanated people, as long as you're perverse, you got some kind of right. But as far as the truth of who we are, it's on the highest level of disrespect while they give everybody a little bit of this and other. And those individuals don't even hardly speak up because they don't know the truth. They're part of the conundrum, the brokenness. And so a lot of you. Because y'all get off of here and you'll go right back. You go right back listening to foolishness and the fuckery. Still wanting to ascertain or attain something that has nothing to do with the reality of the truth. And I know some of you probably sitting there, oh, what's the truth? Your truth ain't my truth. That's obvious. Anything else? I don't feel no kind of way about that. You might think because I'm speaking or I'm not here doing this little, that I have a feeling. No. I don't want nobody wasting their time listening when the people who can be listening need to come over and listen. So for those who are going to help me break the algorithm so people can listen and hear something that might benefit them, you all worthless motherfuckers, I appreciate the views. Thank you. That helps a little bit. But we need to get more people who are questioning certain things so they won't go out there harming anybody. They won't go harming themselves. And they'll look and research things. And I understand the new people, I have to say it this way, going out, look at all this information, I'm an Indian. Well, once you accept that reality, now you have to be responsible. You know, with great power comes great responsibility. And in that great responsibility comes a whole lot of other things. And you cannot allow yourself to be persuaded or dissuaded by any system that has been implemented to keep you discouraged or fearful. Okay? I've had people say, well, I accept who you say you are. Why you keep trying to make all these other people be, oh, what kind of shit? Now it's a control. Everybody thinks they're in control of everybody else, still holding on to a fictional ideology. Part of the fucking problem. People don't get it. People just don't get it. Oh, somebody had a baby? Something popped up. Well, Quiet Storm Sean, congratulations. No education system, no Similac, make sure breastfed, make sure your diet's full of all kind of good chlorophylls and greens, the best you can get. If you can't grow it. And the sacrifice is knowing, accepting who you are and those around you. That's the most beautiful thing. We changed the narrative because we're at a very, very bad time. And don't be letting them doctors shoot them babies up with shit. If they're meant to be here, they're going to be here. If they're not, go on to the next. Like I said, there's an order. And until we step back into the order, we're going to be out of it with these idiots talking about a new world order. And they're pretty blatant about it. Did any of y'all vote for them motherfuckers? No, of course not. They just threw it at you. Made it, and every day they're writing hundreds of goddamn laws like you're supposed to know them. With a bunch of dummies walking around. Jackboots. Now there's some good ones in there and they can't out themselves. So, you know, you gotta be mindful. They don't care about law or anything. When you put a sociopath, a person with a leopard mind, a leopard heart, empty, in a position, and that's what they look for. They're looking for these people. That's what they want to hire. They don't want people with a righteous heart, who are decent and kind and responsibly respectful. Have you not paid attention and noticed throughout the decades? There's so much that I could talk about. And I think I've said enough. We're always going to have the idiots who don't know no better. We're always going to have the fucktards who think they know better. And we're always going to have the slackers who don't know no better. So, you're Indian, you got your history, and so everybody else just do what they doing. What? There's a few out there who are crying out for order. And if you're not about it, go about your merry fucking way. Stay in your disassociation of truth. Stay out of order. Just go about your fucking business. And hold on to that. And let's see how far you make it. Let's see how it all works out in the end. That's not a fear tactic. I'm being dead serious. Hold on to that. You get your little groups. And all your little groupie shit. Hold on to that. See how far that gets you. You're a little emotional unstableness. Let's see how far that gets you. Every day I have pains, right? Whether it's my back, knee, whatever the fuck it is. Do I let it rule me? I can't. I cannot allow it to rule me. I can't allow it to stop me. There's already a factor of force working to do that. Neither can you. People have a hard time understanding when a person loves I hate that word. When a man loves everybody and they don't love themselves, well, I'm gonna love you regardless. But I'm also not gonna fucking hold your hand while you're walking perpetuously in bullshit. I'm gonna look at you like, well, nigga, hold your own goddamn hands. That's where you want to stay at. There's no hate. If you want to be there, you don't want to hear my stories. You don't want me to share the little truths that I have, the little ones, like a lend in the pocket. What I've attained, a little bit of knowledge. I ain't been out in Antarctica fighting no creatures and shit. Nah, no stories. I'm gonna share some. From individuals, there's a lot of folks that ain't come back that are dead, y'all, that would have told. Oh yeah, dead, mouse to see, just dead, just gone. You'll never know it. Families won't know to come together and speak on it. Oh man, I lost my son at the same time. Where was your son at? Really? That you'll never see that happen. There's too much going on for all that to make sense. And then there are those who believe in the job mission. So you'll never really hear all of it. I've been fortunate enough, because of what I discussed, to have met a few. And I know they're telling the truth about some of the shit they've seen. Or they believe it, at least. What did I read yesterday about abortions? What was it part of? What did I read about abortions? That was once the light of many eyes and in knowledge and knowing. Then there was a war. And after that great war, they were able to do the shit that we see now. Everything has been systemic. Even the destruction of the family, the indigenous family, the rewrite of their history, blatantly, uncautiously, meticulously, quickly. And the things that protected us the most, it's not around. It's only within you. What I read about the Christ, the chakras, the center of the universe, the God in you. For those who want to use the word. I don't have a problem with using that word. I just choose to say Hawa, the light. I'm gonna go ahead and shut down. I'm gonna be back on later for a little reading. I gotta get out here with my sore legs and ankles and calves and thighs and ass cheek muscles. I got to walk and run, y'all. They said we had to learn how to walk before we could run. I said, bullshit. I said, sometime when you don't feel like you gotta run and you don't want to walk, just fucking run. You can walk later. Trip over a few things, fall down a hill, get a little scuffed up. It's gonna happen anyway. Congratulations to everyone. I keep seeing something pop up about, it just comes on real quick about homes and lives and, well, congratulations to whatever it is if it's good for you. And I mean that from the bottom and the top and all around my heart. There's a lot going on, people. You're either going to be part of the good part of it, or you're going to be part of the bad part of it. We see people coming here, they think they're analytical, and they're going to come here and they're going to more than merry. I want to see people come out of them damn shadows of bullshit. Somebody asked me, can you break down the Star Wars, all the episodes, you know, the Republic, the stuff that you was talking about before? I said, maybe one day I'll break it down again. The Anakin Skywalker, the midichlorians, the souls, the spirits, the life-giving force, the factors, the fact that we can communicate without so-called, what do we say, words? But first you gotta go deep into self. You gotta meditate. You gotta learn how to breathe. And there's gonna be times you're gonna feel off. Oh, you're always gonna be targeted, especially when you start talking like this. But who's really being targeted? Because every time they target, they're targeted. They put themselves out there continuously. And they're allowed to be even further more perverse. Especially when they've been warned. More than once they've been warned. And they should know that, the truth behind that too. And you have those who don't give a fuck. More power to them. It sounds pretty fucked up that I say that, right? No, trust me. They'll sit there wondering, oh, can I go back and change it? It'll be a flash of a thought. It's too late. You had a choice. You had your chance. But you wanted to walk, wear your suit, and then you wanted to be dark and move 0 dark 30 type shit. You wanted to bring harm to the living. You wanted to destroy the living. You wanted to give to the benefactor who you think is the benefactor. You wanted to be that which you believe is beneficial to the benefactor. I can dig it. I can't empathize and sympathize. I can dig it. For that 10%. You'll know everything you need to know. There's no way around it. You will. You'll know everything. It's going to be like flicking a light switch on. And it's not even going to be overwhelming. It's going to be, okay. You ain't going to say shit. You're not going to be part of conversations. Or you might. I don't know. I just know that they're going to wish that switch never turned on. Y'all ever look at these motherfuckers, Lady Gaga and all these other motherfuckers? Man, it's sad what they've done to them. They've fucked them up bad. And some of them, based upon fear, have accepted it. Their role. I remember the little magician from Brooklyn, in New York, the young brother. He do magic. He literally said, yeah, I sold my soul. I wonder how he's doing now. I guess y'all can Google or YouTube that and see. I don't know. But literally he said, yeah, I sold my soul. He was doing phenomenal magic. Sleight of hand, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I remember one day I was in Las Vegas and a motherfucker pulled a sandwich out of a bag, and I'm looking. Now I know sleight of hand. Y'all know I like to do some little tricks and shit. And I said, there ain't no fucking way. The problem is there was no mirrors and there was nothing around. And no matter what he was doing and how he was doing it, when that big long ass sub came out that motherfucking little ass bag, and it was a sub, you could bite it, you could fucking smear it, it was a sandwich. Right then and there, I knew, oh, some people, you can tap into some shit. But that's all it is, some shit. A lot of things are explainable. Some things, it's them getting in here. Because they've attained something to allow them to get in here. But then it makes you think about those martial arts classes, right? Now, not say this, and it's going to be enough. These motherfuckers walking around and motherfuckers are flipping and falling everywhere. How do you find people willing to do that goofy shit? What is it that you say when you're supposedly teaching a martial way that makes motherfuckers believe that you can touch them and they can fall all over the place? If you can gather that little stupidity, then you can imagine the bigger picture of the fusillade of bullshit. How easily people are tricked. People in the church in Soweto or Mozambique are walking around getting their ass whooped. The synagogue by the fake pastor laying down, and then he's sexing them up later on at night. You know, pay attention to the little goofy shit that's going on. And know that there's no mystery. The mystery and the secret is your ass being dumbed down, made weak, and irrelevant to the enemies who are in a position to do what they're doing. You get a shout out, let me get the fuck off of here. Now, let's just say that everything that I'm putting out there is this fantasy and a romance of the stones and shit. Alleging. Let's just say it's all hypothetical. Let's say that we are African. Let's say everything that I'm saying is a lie. And then what's the importance, right? But now let's say, what if some of it isn't? Let's say let's just say if your story really hasn't been written, you've accepted a story that was never meant for you to accept. Let's say that you're supposed to be the narrator and the orator of your story, and you're not given the chance. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Now you see how the enemy just jumped off. They all just came and jumped the fuck off the moment I said I'm about to shut it down. Look, pay attention. I love it. Now I'm not even gonna look to see who was in here watching. I don't care. I appreciate y'all coming. Make sure the notification bells hit. and share this. It's all speculation, right? Who's telling the truth? Is there some ego? Or am I envious of certain things? Do I care about the shit out there? Or am I just pointing in a direction? I don't know. You tell me. Dig what I'm saying? Let's get some shout outs. Oh, y'all been chatting. I love that. Rondo, what's going on, baby boo? Joshua Northern, what's happening? Blessed up, yes. I thought I was the only one who talks to my animals like I'm talking to another person. Well, we're talking to another entity. That's what we're doing. That's right. Mama Red. Equator 7, what's happening? Salute. Remember, it don't matter who or what they are. Love them. Love them as much as you love yourself. That's the mystery. To love unconditionally. That's from Northern. Awesome. It's coming clear? Good. Appreciate it. Yeah, I know. Murder folks' lives, a stronghold of power of lies with no real power. Yeah. And they have power too, but it's mismanaged and misfocused. Everything is an investigation to me. Yeah. I always do. The school system taught me one thing. Don't believe anything until you research it for yourself. I've always hated history during school. Ironically, I was majoring in history in college. Wow. Quiet Storm. Ah, Wado. What's going on, family? Ah. Ron don't find out anything about everybody. Y'all better be careful up in here. This is your turf. That's right. We have to. I'm not sure. Better not, damn it. I know that's right. Tell them cheering right. I listen to hear. Oh, actually, I feel this makes with my spirit and person. I appreciate the good and bad of it. Is it good? Yes, I appreciate that. That is true. I agree wholeheartedly. The new baby had me. Hey, congratulations, Quiet Storm Sean. Yes. Oh, Rondo, congratulations. I ain't know that. All y'all newborn babies in this world. Thank goodness. Yes. Man, mine are all over 20 going on 30 and some over 30 heading towards 40. That's what's up. Yes, the soldiers. Great Wolf, what's going on, brother? Halito. You know, I know what I say about doctors. This is another problem. Is there's some good ones out there, so it's not all of them. Like I can never quantify them together. There are ones out here who are whistleblowers. They're putting information out and it's not hidden no more. But I don't think the enemy cares anymore. You know what I'm saying? So this stuff to be researched is all I can say. I can't say it's fact. I just only say the people I've conversed with, the things I've read, the things that have been shared with me. I can only share that. I can't sit there because then it would be medical misinformation if I did that. As far as in that side, I just don't believe a lot of things. You know what I mean? Just a little bit. I hear you. There are some good ones, though. There are. All right. Okay. I'll do the acting. Don't get too upset. I hear you, mama. Fuck that shit. Oh, I hear you. I'll do the acting. Just keep your feelings tight and your emotions far away. All right? Well, as long as you're resonating, that's what matters. And the more you resonate and that vibe becomes you, that's what I look for. It is a vibe. Yes, it is. Chris, appreciate it. Appreciate that. I appreciate you all. Well, anyway, you know how it goes. Ladies, gentlemen, I'm signing off, getting myself ready for this walk and run. Exactly. We can't put everybody in the barrel together. Usually, I'm at this. Usually in this time and age, we're dealing with a system that if you say something, when you don't mean everybody or everyone or everything, you know there's a particular. And in order for the enemy to keep the enemy safe, they attack those as if your slip up or what you say acclimates to everything or everyone. Even when you say words like they or them, it doesn't necessarily mean everyone. It's particular. We're talking about the enemies of life all the way around, who don't want unification, don't want people to come together and see the bullshit for what it is. They like the people who keep themselves locked into the narrative. And they want everybody to be locked into the narrative. I mean, how can they walk you up the ramp, put you in the witch card, and you know what I'm saying? So no, it's not everybody. It's the particulars. And they're in the positions to control the narrative. Are they though? I keep telling you, you control the narrative. No matter what is taking place, happening, or going on. You control the narrative. Nobody else does. I don't like racists. I don't like people who know the truth of history, who are dismissive, because fundamentally they've been raised in a lie. And we can't help them because they've accepted it. They've been raised in it. We have too, right? We were able to separate. As long as those people were willing to say, hey, look, you don't have to be there. Come on out of it. It's ugly. It's not good. No matter how it might be said. Because, you know, the indifference will always attack and utilize every word you say that's a spell against you. And they won't never get the message. They'll miss it in totality because they have a way of doing harm and being put on a pedestal for the harm they do. And y'all have a grand day. And I appreciate and love all of you. Again.